James Cameron's Deep Sea Challenge in 3D, a 2014 release, a 90-minute movie. You will not get the black bars at the top and the bottom. Let me tell you something about this movie. This movie's about one of the greatest explorers that ever lived. That's right. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about James Cameron. That's right. You know him as the director of Titanic and Avatar, two of the biggest grossing films of all times. I thought of him as that way too, but he is one of the greatest explorers that ever lived. Exploring is his passion. He is an explorer that makes movies. And this, 3 minutes into this movie, there's going to be some spoilers here, I realized this was not your average documentary, not at all. It's a portrayal of his life. They have a little boy actor playing his part when he was a little boy in a cardboard box, drawing little dials like it's a submarine, and the kid's doing a great job. The acting's great, and you get sucked right into the story. And he's narrating it. James Cameron narrates this thing. The music score is great. I'm going to talk about the 3D in a minute. The progression of the plot and how he talks about when he was a child and then how he made movies and how he wanted to take a break from making movies and go back to exploration, and what brought him to this point, and what inspired him to be a deep sea explorer. He covers all his movies in here. There's 3D shots of Avatar, 3D shots of Titanic, some shots when he was making it. There's 3D shots of when he went down to the Titanic. And he also went down to the Bismarck. I didn't even know he went down to the Bismarck. Great 3D shots of the Bismarck. I've never seen the Bismarck from down there. And then there's all the buildup and how they make this thing. This is an incredible machine. It's a 12-ton machine. Let me just say this. You see this big, tall, green-looking submarine? The whole heart of this thing is a ball. And the same thing with I think it was the treaties that went down in 1960. It's just an iron ball. And James Cameron is packed in this thing about the size of a garbage can. He can only move his arms like this. That's about it. He's all cramped in there. And it is a sphere, an iron sphere. And all the rest of that big green thing is just, hydraulics, mechanics, cameras, arms, soil samples, things like that. But the actual thing keeping them alive is a sphere, because then you got equal pressure. But anyway, that was incredible. You got test dives along the way, 3,000 feet, 6,000 feet, 12,000, and then you get to the end. And I'm not going to tell you what, the end, he's going down to the deepest part of the world. Will he make it? That's part of the movie. I'm not going to spoil that for you. I will say this, if there's anything at all, the end was a little anticlimactic, but it's okay. It's emotional. When he got down to the bottom, my jaw, if you made it to the bottom, my jaw was dropping. And the emotional of his wife, his wife's up on the ship. You can just feel her emotion. Is he going to make it? Is he not? Is he going to come back? And another thing, they had to launch this thing in the worst weather ever. They didn't even plan for it. Bad weather at night. It's just an incredible build-up. Great story, great narration, great music, an unforgettable documentary. Now let me tell you about the 3D. The 3D is reference quality. The 3D is amazing. Bubbles in the room, fish in the room, robot arms coming out like that, ship's ropes coming out, water splashing up. James Cameron's 3D cameras is fantastic. There isn't a flat scene in this movie. I don't think there was a flat scene. Maybe one flash of a flat scene. I'm not even sure. So I just want to tell you that. I want to tell you that you're going to really thoroughly enjoy this movie. It's more than a documentary. It really is. It really sucks you in. It's a great story told by James Cameron. So pick it up. 5.0 for a documentary, 5.0 for 3D. You can't go wrong. You're thoroughly going to enjoy this movie. So what'd you think? Did you see it? Did you see it 3D? Did you see it 2D? Did you see it at all? Have you heard about it? Leave some comments below and let me know. I really appreciate your comments. Hit that like and subscribe button so you won't miss out. I got some more movies, some good reviews coming up. And have a good night. And as always, God bless.